There'll be an OD ban from PSG LGD.
What do they go for? I'm looking at the carries that they can go for. There's not too many in the pool. I'm seeing Juggernaut. This is not a conventional pick, but maybe they could go for something like a Faceless Void. This is what Chinese teams love to do.
I think one of the other Ame heroes. Dude, the cost, you're a genius, man. I see why Valve hired you for TI.
Sometimes I have this feeling, can't really explain it.
Well, whatever that feeling is, lend it over to me sometime.
I mean, they have if they run a tri-lane from NEWBEE, and I think they will, if a lot of sustain from Warlock heal, Ogre with the Bloodlust on Faceless Void, he needs to time that time walk perfectly, because there's going to be a slow, there's going to be a root, another stun, high magical nuke damage.
It's not a easy free game to get that time walk off to survive, that's for sure. But they also, I feel like if you're a Void, you do not want to be playing against tri-lane.
Yeah, I think this is great. Storm, Ember game, even Queen of Pain, anything elusive is extremely good here.
There is the Chronosphere, but ultimately that's going to be good against anyone. And the Chronosphere is a cast time, so Ember, if you're quick on your fingers and you've got a Remnant, you can Remnant before that Chrono catches you. And we'll see CC.
They have no lockdown for Ember Spirit besides the Chronosphere.
His Ember was so good against Secret. They lost that game, but he played so incredibly well.
I mean, they have X mark, but even if he X marks him, what do you do after it?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Ember has ways to play against both Chronosphere and X mark because of the Fire Remnant with the elusiveness that it provides. It's not this guaranteed lockdown disable. I guess X marks in a Chronosphere will work, be guaranteed. But that's also, you know, a big commitment. And then if you play
unless he has a Yule Scepter.
That's true. That's a pretty standard Ember item to get as well.
Yeah, especially against the time dilation and the Kunkka.
Yeah. No. We'll see how well they can deal with his Ember Spirit and his elusiveness. And PSG LGD, Void, Kunkka, Enchantress, Chalice playing the Enchantress. You are going to be playing the Sven with MSS, playing that 4th position Visage. CM and Pilot Ice Hand, Snaking playing the offlane Sanking.
Very passive heroes from LGD, I gotta say. These are the heroes that can't really rotate besides Ogre.
It will be an FY Ogre as well. So that Ogre Enchantress lane, I mean, they're passive, they don't rotate, but they've got some strong lanes.
They're strong in the lane, yeah, but they can't really rotate that much.
Yeah. So we'll see just Ogre and probably just sitting there looking to dominate their lane. The dual lane's likely up against the tri-lane, though. I feel like if NEWBEE do tri-lane against the Ogre Enchantress, they can come out on top. Or if they tri-lane against Void, that's even ideal in itself because you're shutting down Ame's farm. That's the lane LGD almost want to certainly dodge, I would feel. But we'll see if they do, in fact, go for those tri-lanes or if they have something different in mind.
This tri-lane is extremely scary, and I just think they should run it. And you have a Sanking against Ench. You can't really harass Sanking that much. You just bring the sentries, you have a Quelling Blade, put it down, Enchantress can't see you. So you're gonna get the farm eventually. Even if you leave the Enchantress solo in the lane, you can always go to jungle.
Yep. So here we go. Let's see how things unravel here. Another part where Visage is obviously strong is a good hero to get Bassering on. We'll see that typical Sage's Mask starting item on Visage into the Bassering. Same thing from Chalice on the Enchantress. As he'll be getting that offlane Bassering for himself as well. And both teams looking to figure out what those early lanes are going to be. Some scouting missions going on. 4-man movement down bottom from NEWBEE, so sending all their heroes together for now. Uh-oh. Fight breaking out. Here come PSG LGD. NEWBEE have numbers. FY, he's trying to run into this one. He's a tanky fella, but it's a 2-man Burrow Strike. They're going to go for the 2-man Stormbolt to follow up. There's the Soul Assumption as well. FY goes down. First blood claim by NEWBEE. As Warlock will get himself out of there.
Oh, the dream for Twilight Eye. He gets the first blood kill. We saw him yesterday struggling, especially with the dewarding. He bought like 5 sentries to get those 2 wards dewarded.
Will he find this one here in the mid lane? These mid lane high ground wards can always be hard to find if you don't know which side of the river, whether it's the top or bottom side of the river. And CM and Visage sticking together. So they want to make sure they do have this strong tri-lane wherever they go. It does seem like that is going to be the case.
Once they hit level 2 with this tri-lane, it's going to be extremely painful for LGD to play.
Yeah.
You have Crystal Maiden with Aura. They're going to have Ring of Bassi, so pretty much unlimited mana sustain.
Yeah.
Also, Warcry on multiple heroes. They can dispel it with Enchantress's enchant.
True. I guess I don't think you're looking to maybe even level it that early on to use offensively, though. You're playing in a 2v3 lane. I think they're going to be just trying to stay alive, if anything. But
also, Enchantress in the mid game, once the laning stage is gone, can dispel the Flame Guard from Ember Spirit.
Well, they just go in aggressively, instantly throwing out some nukes here. Looking to build up those Soul Assumption charges, throws it right away. They've got that mana regen for the Ring of Bassi, and they're just looking to take advantage of it.
Magic Stick is a must-have.
Yep.
In this tri-lane.
Already bought. Xnova, he's got his. Unfortunately for Chalice on the Enchantress, buying this Bassi Ring means there isn't money for a Magic Stick for a couple, 120 gold.
Yeah, there's nothing Ogre can do on the bottom lane, so they're just going to swap things around. And now they have a Faceless Void on the bottom, which I think is a correct choice for LGD, because it's way better to give him free farm instead of Enchantress in 1 versus 1 scenario.
The Void has no chance of farming against this tri-lane, I feel. Nova making sure he pulls this wave up. He's looking for actually going to grab the range creep there. Nicely played, but as a result, NEWBEE are going in, getting aggressive. Just throwing out some nukes here. MSS is lower mana, but they do have mangoes. Pilot Eye can mango him up. He's already used 2 mangoes here, so they're using all of their mana, all of their mangoes.
He used one of the mangoes on Visage so he can have mana because his mana pool is extremely limited. 170, is that the highest mana cost spell level 1?
It might be. Trying to think
it is for sure.
I think what might be more. Mid lane's going to be the Ember vs. Kunkka. Pretty even matchup so far. 2 great mid laners. Very fun players to watch. CC&C, one of the stand-up players on this NEWBEE side, and Somnus, or Maybe, as he's also known. A fantastic player in his own right. But Xnova messing with the creep equilibrium with this pull camp, making life a little bit harder for NEWBEE to control waves.
They should have blocked that pull camp on the side.
I think
the
NEWBEE,
small one.
Oh, the small one, yeah. I was about to say, I think NEWBEE want the big camp for themselves, but didn't expect Xnova to be able to pull it. He was able to do so because he got the Dark Trolls. I think if you get the melee camp, it's not actually possible, but gets the range creep deny. You are waited to pull the camp over. He timed it so he could get the range deny. Some nice little efficiency plays. And there are level 2s coming out now. You mentioned level 2s for this trial and is going to be key, but it does feel like they are going to settle down a bit. Their CM's falling back to go for some stacks, looking for the double stack here in the jungle. Pylai die. Success.
Stacked both of those.
Xnova himself gets a stack on the big camp. It looks like he only got the 1 stack.
They're getting harassed on the top lane a lot, and they're running low on regen. Yavar sitting on half HP. A lot of sustain from Enchantress's heal, and Warlock also is now level 2.
Yeah, with the Bloodlust, it's just constant right clicks as well. FY hits level 3 even. He's got 2 points in Fire Blast now. So, looking like a lane. LGD's kind of figured out how to maybe play against this. They're tri-laning the Enchantress, which isn't what you'd expect, but they're giving Void this straight up 1v1 lane where he can get decent farm. 14 CS to the 14 of Sand King.
And Ogre's also getting some last hits. This is not the hero that you want to focus in the lane. Like, you want to go for either Enchantress. Ideally, it would be Warlock to get a kill on him.
Chalice giving last hits to FY. That says a lot about the nature of this team and how much they like to prioritize FY sometimes. Or is that a Fire Blast just for some casual harass, and then proceeds to use that Bloodlust. Neutral creep. Xnova getting the nice Wild Wing last hit here is FY. He goes in aggressive. They've got the Soul Assumption. UR pops the stick with the Warcry to keep himself alive, and FY getting very low Soul Assumption comes flying out. Not enough damage by itself here. There's a salve as well. FY trying to stay in the tree so he doesn't lose this one. He's going to turn and get some right clicks off. Pylai Die goes down, and they want a second too as well. NEWBEE have overextended. It looks like several kills going to go PSG LGD's way.
Yavar should have brought Flask to himself because he can't get close. Like, he is their damage, and he's just standing far away from the fight. Bounty Runes are going to spawn in 15 seconds.
Yavar's going to be careful if he goes for this and they come in, but there we go. He's got help. CM TP's in with a Flask. Here comes Ogre, though. I was wondering what's going on here. As you are, I think, realizes he's just going to go for his own. Secures it. FY. Stout Shield Ogre. 9 armor at this stage of the game with level 3. The CCNC gets a solo kill in the mid lane using those fire remnants. Elsewhere, Ame gets a solo kill in MSS. Well, 2 solo kills.
That we missed.
Yeah, look. That's...
Well, you don't expect that to happen. All right, I'll try to defend you a little bit.
I like how you threw in a Wii. Thanks, Lacoste. You got my back. We're a team here.
Ember Spirit got level 6 way before Kunkka, and there's no way for Kunkka to remove his Flame Guard pre-level 6.
And it looks like he used all his remnants, so it's probably like a triple remnant offensively. Oh, he's going for the TP out. He gets the stuns. Mid-TP, that's going to make CCNC's lane a little bit hard. He's going to have to do the walk back to base now. But yeah, the Void just must have gotten bashes, because he did not use Chronosphere to kill the Visage, who presumably contested the bounty runes.
Probably got 4 bashes in a row.
That's usually what happens with Voids.
Faceless Void has this Ring of Health. I would not mind seeing him upgrade that to Hood. We've seen mid one with the Hood on Slark when there was a lot of magical damage on enemy team.
It's such a value item for carries. You don't want to get the pipe because you're not going for the teamfight items, but just the health regen that allows you to farm jungle and just sustain yourself in lane combined with the survivability it gives. Very nice item to have. We'll see if he gets it. You don't necessarily want to rush it. He's going to get Treads double Wraith Band first, wants some attack speed so he has kill potential in a Chronosphere. And PSG LGD winning the tri-lane against the Visage. They are up 2k gold as a result of that. But here come NEWBEE. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, gets X-Nova low, but not enough to get a kill.
Yeah, CCNC put 1 point in Searing Chains. Usually we see 0-4-4 build.
Have a bit more catch and kill potential. Mid lane, CCNC's going aggressive again. One Somnus. Somnus may have to use this boat just for some damage mitigation. CCNC doesn't commit for the kill.
Has 9 sticks. He's more than fine. Also on the top lane, they left Enchantress. She's about to hit level 6, and then whoever is at her lane kind of becomes unplayable. Sanking has a point in Epicenter, so a lot of magical damage if they... he does not have enough mana to actually use the Burrow Strike and FP, even with 5 sticks.
Let's say that's why they send the Sanking here, because he's got Invis to play against the Impetus, but problem is, instantly X-Nova TP's in with a Sentry, and Snake King, he's got a TP, he may just have to go for that one. Decides just to Burrow Strike through, still has Stick Charges to play around with as he does buy up a crown. The Fatal Bond's on the
Another Sentry.
Yep. Snake King thinks he's safe, but with the sentries there should be a kill. Burrow Strike he needs mana for. He doesn't have the kill. As Pylai Die will get a revenge kill for him.
One thing that worries me about NEWBEE right now is that Sven does not have that much farm. But there's a lot of stacks. Only has 1 point in Great Clear, bottom lane.
There's the Chronosphere, Bloodlusted Void. Well, he can go for this tankier build when you've got Bloodlust. It's 2 points in already. That's a lot of extra free attack speed for a Void.
And he's a high level. 4 points in Time Lock whenever you proc it, extra damage.
Yep. Meanwhile, Sven, his counterpart on the other team, only level 5. So 3 level difference between the 2 carries, since one of them was playing in a solo lane. There's a very happy Faceless Void. PSG LGD having a fantastic early game here. Oh, here come the bashes. Snake King in trouble. He's got no spells. He may just die here if he gets bashed once or twice more, but they don't want to commit under the tower. Not enough bashes, says.
My bash can bash.
Bashception.
What's the percentage of that, do you know?
No. Because it's what? It's pseudo RNG?
Yeah.
I assume. Well, I don't know if it's separate, the extra bash, but yeah, I don't know. Inch top. No one really able to lane up here very easily. They thought the Sand King could, but Sentry Wards proved otherwise. So it does feel like a free lane for Enchantress just to sit up here uncontested. We've seen this typically with Ench, though. You kind of win the lane, you have a great start, and then there is that fall-off period.
Yeah, but you need to do something with all that farm, all the advantage that you had. The problem is Sven is jungling, also Sanking loves to jungle. Same goes for Ember Spirit, but right now Visage is only level 4. They need that that dome. It's not gonna even get him to level 6 though.
Bounty rune's coming. CCNC wants to contest it. Won't get a chance to do so. So both bottom bounty runes going to go PSG LGD's way. As top lane is a 1-for-1 trade. So 3 bounty runes for PSG LGD. And there's the tomes coming out. So Warlock gets one. Visage gets another for the level 6 birds.
They should play around the Sanking. Sanking has a lot of damage. Epicenter was not used yet. Yeah, smoke up when Visage gets level 6 with the birds, try to get a kill.
Even with the tome, I don't think he's going to quite be there. Die level 6 on the Crystal Maiden up top. What are they doing there? Hunting for a kill here. The Warlock was hiding in those trees, but they don't find X-Nova, who has his own book coming out. So he's about to hit level 6. And there we go. Warlock with the rock coming into play. Snaking. Uh-oh. He's the hero you said that you want to see them play around. Unfortunately, he's going to find himself getting chronosphered up here. Ame hasn't even got the bashes or the damage. He's very tanky. Snaking will actually survive his way through it.
Concut, Tidebringer. Let's see if he can do it one more time. Yes, that it is. Second Tidebringer. Nicely done. They didn't have any reveal. And Ogre, he's going for Hand of Midas.
His forward position. That's what you do. FYI, he knows what's up. He's like, I'm getting Midas. Warlock, you don't even think about getting a Midas. Keep buying those wards, he says.
And Ame has Battle Fury queued up. This might, I'm gonna call it right here, this might be the only Battle Fury of the tournament, because that item feels so underwhelming. He wanted to upgrade the Ring of Health into something.
I think there's a few, I don't mind, obviously there's going to be I feel like there's going to be an anti-mage Battle Fury as well.
Yeah, yeah, sorry about that one.
But the only maybe non-anti-mage Battle Fury. I don't mind it on Void. I think it's one of the heroes that needs the farming capabilities. When Chrono's down, you just feel like, what do? You farm so slowly, and you have no real kill potential. So I feel like Void is one of the few heroes that can build Battle Fury, alongside like PA maybe as well. But other than those 3 heroes, I don't think anyone goes Battle Fury.
Maelstrom feels like a better choice. Even the trolls are not building it anymore. There's always a better substitution for it.
Somnus. It's found up by CCNC. They drop the rock here, but that means an Epicenter could come out, but the Torrent follows it up here with the boat. Is the damage mitigation going to kick in? It doesn't look like it. The rock also being right-clicked here. Ame's rotated. He's got double damage. He's looking for a bash on CCNC. If he gets 1 or 2 more right clicks, he may just find this kill. The root is there, but the impetus damage is going to be too much. And now with the Fatal Bond, Snaking getting very low. He doesn't die to it, but instead it's MSS brought down.
I don't know how Void joins the fight, even though he does not have a chrono, no point in time dilation either, but still, if they can kill the birds.
They killed 1, not both. There's a lot of gold and also the cooldown.
This guy has no chill, man.
What? Oh, he got killed off bottom? Okay. That was FY with a solo kill. What? He only did 3. So Sanking TP'd out on 100 health, but he didn't TP base. He TP'd bottom?
I guess he wanted to region up because he has Tranquil Boots, he has Veil, so a lot of region.
Yeah.
And Crystal Maiden Aura, he thinks that he doesn't have to go to base ever unless he dies.
I saw him TP out from top and just assumed he TP'd to base because he had no health, but yeah. He only took 300 or 400 damage from an Ogre, which was, I guess, multicast Fire Blast.
It's one of those Pepega moments where you regret it right after you do it.
Yeah. He's like, okay, that was not the play. Mistakes were made. Snaking is one of those players who will push his hero to the limits a lot and be a bit greedier. Right now, PSG LGD have crushed the lanes, though. 14 minutes in. It's a 5k gold lead as they continue to build up some stacks.
And they're going for all the greedy items, and it's 5,000 net worth lead for them. Faceless Void, going for Battle Fury. NEWBEE needs to punish this. Kanka not building anything until the Radiance. You have position 4, who doesn't get any items. He's going for Hand of Midas.
And after getting that solo kill, FY and his team also got 2 towers. So FY suddenly has Midas and level 9 at like 15 minutes in the game. Well, he hasn't quite got Midas, but he's just about to have the gold for it. As a support. Very strong, scary stuff. FY starting that transition to core status nice and early. As for NEWBEE, this Tri-Lane Visage not feeling all too scary. 0-4 has maxed out the soul assumption, so the nuke potential is there. perhaps they're considering this one of the answers to the Enchantress. Definitely a hero you want burst damage and magic damage against.
In the next couple of minutes, LGD will get all the items that they want. Chalice.
Gets caught in the freezing field with the Burrow Strike. There is Visage Familiar stuns, but he's healing back up. He pre-casted the heal. He even has a force up if he needs it, but Chalice doesn't even need it. He's just going in aggressively. Pilot positioning in the trees was great. He had a full duration freezing field, but it doesn't matter or count for much at all because now Ame's showing up. And with Chalice getting a double kill, this fight all but lost as NEWBEE.
They're not even using their ultis besides the boat.
Yep.
And they're still winning a team fight. This is not looking good for NEWBEE at all. If it's time to strike, it is right now, because in the next couple of minutes they will get the Radiance up, they will get the Battle Fury plus more items on the Faceless Void, and the Chalice is out of control. We talked about the Enchantress, what she can do and why she is considered as a top pick after the laning stage, which you pretty much always have a good laning stage. You need to transition her into the carry. We saw Ice yesterday, where he actually didn't have any influence at all.
Yeah, you've already seen it a bit here. Not even going for that hood often that you want against the magic damage. I think realizing that the transition into it being a carry comes from having this Hurricane Pike. That's exactly where Enchantress is rushing, but she is going to get ganked down.
Force Staff.
Yep, Force Staff away. Has the heal now as well. Can look to turn this one. This tower is still alive as well, so anyone on the LGD side can TP in. The boat going to catch out too as well. Yawar, he's got no escape. And it's suddenly 3 heroes deleted in the team fight combo. The boat with the Fatal Bonds.
That was a really bad gank to start with. Enchantress was already showing her Force Staff, and they can't really lock her down unless Sanking goes in first.
Yep.
Stun, and then with the Sven's follow-up stun to keep her in place in the epicenter.
DCNC will get a consolation prize, that is the tier 1 mid tower, but you don't feel good about that one, as they'll see Void Ame with a completed Battle Fury now. It is a very, very strong early game coming out from PSG LGD. 9k gold lead. Ogre's already working towards a pipe as a 4 position. Chalice has a completed Hurricane Pike. Everything coming up looking good so far for PSG LGD. They do have a Sentry Ward down here. Snaking has to be very careful.
That's a full Radiance on Kunkka.
Jeez. 17 minutes in. That is going to cause this Sven. I mean, Sven just can't fight. He's just playing farm. And that's all he can do. But that's a problem because normally around 18, 19, 20 minutes is when you want your Sven starting to consider coming to like his first team fight. Yours just too far behind on items. Ame. And it's got a Chronosphere. Runs into some heroes here. Instead, it's going to be the CM dying elsewhere. Ame may look to turn. This Warcry won't last all too long.
And this Ogre is becoming, as you said, a core, but he's transitioning into the items that usually your offlaner buys, because Enchantress does not go for those items. And I love the pickup on Ench. She has BKB queued up. She understands that there's a lot of magical damage on their side. Also has the magic resistance talent, and now she swaps it to Aghanim Scepter so I can look stupid.
That's what these players are all about, baiting us out. Like, you know, well, I'll pretend to go that item and then I'll change my mind. Don't worry, Ami's got the BKB covered. And he buys the Mithril Hammer, so he's committed. Well, you know, he could go Maelstrom, but...
Please, God, no. I mean, you already have a Battle Fury.
Now Ench has a Lotus Orb queued up, by the way. Chalice, not quite sure what the item is this game. Let's just leave it at that. Has several different ideas floating around about what may be the optimal
all
item.
these 3 items are good. I'd say Aghanim Scepter, the 3rd one, because she's gonna deal the damage. Even if this game drags, you're gonna have Bloodlust at the Enchantress. You're gonna scale, but she needs a survivability item. Either it's a Lotus Orb or a BKB.
Well, Chalice says, I'll just start poking this tier 3 tower down bottom. Feels confident enough to do so, but ultimately not really thinking about a high ground push here. Void still working on a few more items. Ame just farming away, level 14. Getting all the farm in the world now that he's got this Battle Fury. And Kunkka, top net worth, Ame. Sorry, maybe having a fantastic start.
Visage alone. Look at this damage.
Just Ogre thing.
She's just beating him up.
Down bottom as well. They're going to find another kill. Chronosphere with impetus damage. Easy kill. They're just finding pick after pick. The ward setting that one up. They had vision there, but I think they realized NEWBEE's just playing keep away and defending high ground, so using a Chronosphere for a solo kill, not the worst option. So they do go looking for CCNC. Doesn't even try and hit a... Oh, Torrent was on cooldown from mid lane, it looks like.
At least they will pick up 2 bounty runes from that. 11,000 network lead, 20 minutes in.
Not looking good for NEWBEE. They were so competitive with Secret yesterday. I think there was high expectations of this team. And oh, FY, hello. He's going for the solo kill on the Crystal Maiden. Holding onto that Frost Blast for a little bit longer. Now looking to throw it, but Pilot Eye juking in the trees.
Use the Midas.
Oh, the stuns are there, and yeah, Axie gets out. Double Midas. Held onto that stun. I think realizing that if he used it, CM could TP away, but at the same time not using it meant CM could juke.
But Enchantress was getting closer, and she's going for that Lotus Orb. A lot of spells to echo back. Remove the Searing Chains, Grave Chill.
One of those good items for trying to break high ground too, because you can just chuck it on your carry, so your carry feels a little bit more secure hitting high ground buildings. You don't want to go in and Burrow Strike as a Sanking if someone like Void is pushing high ground with a Lotus on him.
Their tower damage is pretty limited.
Absolutely.
Unless they drop a rock.
Playing it safe. LGD just playing the farm game. BKBs are coming. Somnus has completed his. Void has completed his. So double BKB. The third on Enchantress. Not coming yet. Maybe later on. But for now, and Chappie with just getting the Lotus Orb for the team. No Void. So you got the Time Walk. Talent is Enchantress also 15. Kunkka plus 12 health regen.
At this point, NEWBEE should try to get a pick off, because Sankin got a Blink Dagger. There's no point of farming. They're just going to get out-farmed no matter what. Their late game is much worse than what the LGD has.
Yeah. I mean, Void is, yeah, Chronosphere in late game is one of the best spells in the game. Guaranteed pick-off and kill potential, one of those big crazy ultimates, but they're just getting picked apart wherever they go. Chalice finds a solo kill top on Pilot ICM, and just feels like there is just no signs of life from NEWBEE whatsoever this game. Ame, does he go for a Chronosphere here? Was hoping for it if CCNC pushed any further. And they're actually poking at high ground. Despite the Void not being here, they just feel that confident. They can always disengage.
Kunkka deals a ton of damage with this build. He's also level 17, bought a tome for himself. Wants to get to that level 20, the extra 25 strength. There's no way he's gonna die.
No. The fact they're threatening high ground with 4 heroes around here really speaks to the scary teamfight of PSG LGD. The Kunkka boat, the Warlock Rock. Void's showing bottom as they sit up here, but instead I think they realize Void may be in a bit of trouble here. The Dire Ward was in the neighborhood, I believe, scouting out several of these heroes, and the smoke into TP. Here comes the epicenter. The BKB is popped. Ame just says, oh, safety first. Let's kill off this Sanking. I don't know if the Chronosphere alone is going to be enough. He needs some detection here, and the backlines, MSS gets deleted by the Enchantress, and Sanking, TP out. He's successful. NEWBEE cutting their losses here. X-Nova's, well, going to find Pilot Eye. There's no living for Enchantress.
He even bloodlusted the tower. Instantly smoke to come back to the tower way faster.
It's a smoke to use his Midas quicker. He needed that movement speed.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It's simple math.
Double damage Kunkka, 400 damage with the Radiance burn.
Yep, and they probably just, yeah, hitting this Rax. Forcing out a buyback. They don't have the Chronosphere, so they play it a little bit safe.
Score is 420.
Always a fan favorite. CCNC stunned up once. The follow-up stun is there with the Torrent. He just gets taken out, immediately killed off. 60 seconds on the sidelines with the buyback. Maybe forced to use it here as Pilot Eye going for a freezing field on the high ground, but the impetus damage still doing some good work here as they kill off 2 supports more, and you are in with the BKB Godstrick. This is kind of the last hurrah, but the impetus damage is going through. They're just deleting them, and GG is called. CCNC, the last hope of NA, taken out with a dieback and absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, there's no point to be in this game anymore because you're not going to